So we finally know when Phil Spencer is going to address all the latest leaks and rumors suggesting that Xbox may go third party, at least with some of their first party games. There's quite a lot of questions that needs to be answered. Things like what's going to happen with Xbox library of games? What about new hardware? What about that handheld? And how many games is coming to PlayStation, right? So things like that. So we're going to get all the answers, hopefully, this week on Thursday. So let's look into it. But first, let's check AAAcom. They offer games for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. And as always, they've got a ton of games on sale. There's like get 15% cashback on blazing hot deals, or PSN cards, you can get them cheaper. Helldivers 2 cheaper, why not? Or how about some gift for your Valentine? So let's check this one. And Overcooked, let's grab, how about this one, right? So all you have to do now is just buy now. And as always, you can add some more games to the cart later. So how about we go with Spider-Man? There we go. And all you have to do now is just proceed to checkout, then select a payment of your choice, and that's it, guys. You're done. So guys, in AAAcom, you will find the link to the store in the description of this video below. Alright guys, so let's talk about that Xbox business event. Well, it's going to be a podcast. We've learned that yesterday, I believe. Xbox actually sent out this tweet. So this is official tweet from Xbox account on Twitter, or X. I still call it Twitter, I don't know why. So anyway, they say here, please join us for a special edition of the official Xbox podcast. Hear from Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, and MaDz as they share updates on the Xbox business. And it says here February 15th, 12 p.m. PT, 3 p.m. ET, and 8 p.m. GMT. So it's 9 p.m. Central European time. So for me, really, right? So that's Thursday evening, at least for me, like I said. So first off, the interesting thing about this tweet is that it says that it's going to be a podcast, and there's going to be three major, I would say, most important people at Xbox, right? Not Microsoft, Xbox. And that's kind of important because there's been quite a lot of rumors lately suggesting that maybe Satya Nadella is going to, update us on the business side of things. And people weren't really happy about that particular rumor because, let's face it, like, Satya Nadella is a CEO of Microsoft. He doesn't necessarily care about Xbox per se. I mean, he sure does care about financial side of things, right? He wants Xbox to do good financially for Microsoft, but he's not a gamer, and you know how things work, right, with these CEOs. And Phil Spencer has been really a face of Xbox for last a decade, even more, I think. He got hired for CEO as a CEO of Xbox, late 2013, I believe, or early 2014. So around 10 years, right? And then obviously MaDz has been running the kind of gaming Xbox division for like at least couple of years now, and Sarah Bond has been becoming a new face of Xbox lately too. So it's good to see these people because, you know, it's not that they are the only ones in the know, but let's just say they are responsible for what's going on with Xbox, I guess, for the most part. But anyway, so this is going to be a podcast. Interesting format, that's for sure. Because I was expecting more like a stand-up kind of, not even interview, but more like a guy standing in front of us telling us what's going to happen next. So if that's going to be a podcast, there's probably going to be some questions hopefully some of the questions that they've seen online that fans were raising and media were raising have been raising for the last couple of days. So I do hope we're going to get more in-depth kind of answers, right? Because that's going to be a podcast. A podcast is rather longer. So, you know, hopefully looks like it's not going to be a 2-3 minutes kind of like a video where they will just go, oh, we do this, that, and the other, right? So it looks like it's going to be more conversational kind of a thing, which I kind of like, because hopefully they will be able to give us more in-depth answers on things like, what's going to be happening with these games, which games are coming to PlayStation and Switch. And there's been some rumors recently. The Verge, I think, they posted an article talking about like 3 games coming to PlayStation and Switch first. And they talk about Hi-Fi Rush, which we kind of knew already. Sea of Thieves, another one that is, almost 100% confirmed, and a new one. So that's the Remnant. No, that's the, I forgot the name of it. Shit. The one that got Pentiment. Sorry, I was blinking here. Anyway, so Pentiment, right? So apparently these are the 3 that are coming this year. That's what the latest rumor says, and that's The Verge, so they usually have got good sources. So it looks like this year it may be Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment first, and they say that Sea of Thieves probably later this year. So that's interesting, because if that's the only 3 games that they were to announce, that would be an interesting situation, because like after all these latest rumors suggesting that Halo is coming to PlayStation, Gears, Forza, and all the first-party games, that would be a big change in narrative, that's for sure. Now, me personally, I don't believe, and this is just my thoughts, a hunch, but I don't think they will really tell us exactly what's going to be happening with Xbox games in the future. Because every single time I hear Halo, Gears, or any other big Xbox game coming to PlayStation, it's next to it, it says it's in consideration, right? But like I said in one of my previous videos, like at the end of the day, they might have just thrown all the games, Xbox games, on the table, and then let's see what can be realistically put on PlayStation. That doesn't necessarily mean that it will end up on a PlayStation. And just like the Hate recently, he said that apparently the Switch plans. The Starfield that was planned for PlayStation or being considered, these plans have apparently changed, right? Now, me personally, I would love them to say, okay, guys, so Xbox Game Studios games stays exclusive to Xbox console. Bethesda games, ABK games are coming to PlayStation. That would be a clear cut, and we would know what to expect. But I don't think they will do it. And also, guys, Sea of Thieves is an Xbox game, a Game Studios game. Pentiment, that's another one, right? I mean, Hi-Fi Rush is Bethesda, so I guess it would be easier to explain, right? But I don't think we're going to get a clear cut. I don't think we're going to hear, okay, so these are organizations that are going to be making Xbox exclusive content, while Bethesda and ABK are going to do multi-platform games, right? I don't think we're going to hear that. Because it is what it is. So we'll see. There may be some changes to Game Pass. Worst case scenario, I would, because there's some suggestions that either pricing will have to change, or maybe they will have to cancel the whole day one for big games on Game Pass. I don't want them to do it. I would rather them to put these games in ultimate tier or create some new tiers. I wouldn't mind that. I would be totally fine with paying a little bit more monthly for access to these big games day one, rather than I don't know, waiting for 3 or 6 months, as some people suggest. That because there's been some rumors suggesting that maybe Xbox will just stop putting their big first-party games day one on Game Pass, and they would just release, like, for example, 3 months later or something like that, right? I don't want that to happen, me personally. I mean, Xbox Game Pass and these big games day one on Game Pass is one of the main reasons why I'm on Xbox or slash PC, doesn't really matter. I mean, like, you can access all these games on both. Let's call it Xbox ecosystem. So, there's probably going to be some changes to Game Pass, and I'm hearing, and also that article on The Verge suggests that, let's just say, the kind of not enough of growth of Game Pass is one of the reasons that why Microsoft is kind of changing things around right now. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I would love to hear something about the future hardware. I don't think we're going to get much of a updates on what's going to be coming. I think they will say is just, hey, new Xbox, probably is in development, right? Or they will, I'm sure they will confirm that new consoles are coming in the future without any further details. It's just to kind of kill the whole narrative that Xbox hardware is done and there won't be any Xbox consoles anymore in the future. So they will have to address that for sure, but I don't think we're going to get any like proper announcements. Oh, here's Xbox handheld, nothing like that. I don't expect that to happen, really. So yeah, I mean, also I would imagine that they would talk about games preservation, I guess, because there's been a lot of concerns that, what if Xbox stop producing consoles in the future, right? So I think they need to address that a little bit, I think. So maybe they should just confirm that, even if 500 years from now, there won't be any consoles anymore, but you will still be able to access your games on your 500 years old console, if you know what I mean, right? So I don't know. I'm just like really, it's just one of the hundreds of other questions that kind of comes to mind when it comes to these business changes, right? So I mean, obviously, this is an Xbox business update. That's how they call it, I think, right? Look at it. It says, as they share updates on the Xbox business. So don't expect any announcements, like new games announcements, nothing like that. If anything, it's just, they may announce that certain games are coming to PlayStation. That's it, right? So, or Switch. That's about it. So yeah, listen, Thursday, it's not really long of a wait anymore. I'm actually looking forward to that event, because at least we'll get, hopefully we'll get a proper update on what's going on and how things will look like in the future. Like, really, whatever happens, I'm not planning to go anywhere with my Xbox. I'm not selling my Xbox. I'm not selling my games. I'm not, shifting to other platforms. Like, I'll be playing games where I've been playing games for the last couple of years. Really, nothing really changes. So, the only thing I would really like to know is really more about that game preservation, right? Like, what are their plans when it comes to like games? Because I really want to know if I put more money in Xbox ecosystem by buying games, because despite what some people tell you, yes, Xbox guys do buy games. So I want to know what's going to be happening in the future with these digital games. I own a couple of hundreds, digital games on Xbox. I've got like, I think over 150 on Steam too. I mean, Steam is not going anywhere anyway, and you can make backups of Steam games anyway. So yeah, So listen, it's Thursday, so yeah, not long of a wait anymore. Guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. What would you like to hear from Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and Sarah Bront on Thursday? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.